You might be anywhere in the world right now, and I want to tell you this right about now. People have been complaining, they've been complaining in the UK about the lack of summer, and we have got the summer now. We are doing these virtual episodes. I'm one side of the UK. DJ Illness is another side of the UK. I'm comfortable. I'm in my own settings. Man backed off the socks, and DJ Illness has a problem. What's your problem, G?
I don't have a problem. Like, why would you start a podcast like that? I don't have a problem.
I'm comfy right now. I'm comfy.
I'm just saying, no. I'm just saying, if you want to take off your socks, you don't need to tell me, bro. You're just way too comfortable. Like, you're going to start just over divulging way too much information unnecessarily, bro. If you want to take off your socks, you don't even know if I've got my socks on or off, bro, because I didn't even come out with the gig. I'm saying. Anyway, that was what you call the response. You get me to some foolishness.
The conversation's on site, man. SK Vibemaker DJ Illness. We are here, heat waving in the UK. The deodorants. You know what I'm saying? We are good. Like, why you R-ing for? Why you R-ing?
So
every man don't wear deodorant, you know. Every man don't wear deodorant. It's all good for them though.
So on social media this week, right? I'm not sure which blog it is, but I follow all of them, and they posted a picture of someone which had to be the Central Line. Yeah, this is a tube, or what would they call this in America?
The subway.
Right, right on the subway, right? So one guy is there in shorts, and he's got his basically no t-shirt on. He's got no top on. He ain't even got a vest or a top, tank top, whatever. So he's bare chested and he's got his shorts on. And there's a guy standing opposite him. He's got a hoodie on. The hoodie's up. He's got a jacket.
He's doing man's not hot
on some man's not hot thing. You get me? And when you said deodorant, I left a comment. I was like, you see my G on the right, obviously the guy, the man's not hot thing with his hoodie on and all of that in this insane humid heat. I want to know what his deodorant is, bro. That was my question, because he must really believe in that deodorant to be out in 30-degree weather wearing all of that. So that was the R.
Sometimes we just never got the memo, because, you know, both of us go to the gym. We like to keep our body nice. We like to keep our mind straight. You know what I'm saying? We in the gym. Mm-hmm. The gym is spelled G-Y-M, not gym like Jim Jiminy. But yeah, well-being, all of that. Man's in there. Okay. I see a man on the treadmill, yeah, in a jacket, bruv. In this weather, just for context, like my Americans, Los Angeles, you might not even think this is that hot yet, but we're about 27, 28 degrees right about now. You know what I'm saying? I know you do it by the different, because
they do the other one.
Yeah, they do the other one. Fahrenheit, I think it is, isn't it? So we're nearly 100. You know what I'm saying? Man is on the treadmill and he's in his jacket, bruv. I didn't get the memo about that one. Do you know about that one, Illness?
He might be trying to lose weight, because you know you can wrap yourself up in. If you've seen them, like they're like plastic kind of material. People wrap themselves up, especially boxers. You see them when they're trying to cut weight for the belt and that. He might be trying to lose weight. I mean, I know by the way you've just said jacket, it wasn't one of those. I know it weren't one of those, but it could be like people trying to lose weight, wrap yourself up warm, work out hard, and you know, you will shred and shed water. Get me a little hack for the people them.
Straight
so what are you telling me, my brother? What are you telling me?
I'm telling you, Mr. Illness, what I'm telling you is I think you might have upset a few people, because on the last episode of the podcast, we spoke about Eminem. He has this new single called Houdini. You know what I'm saying? He's back. The career is spanning like 25 plus years since the late 90s. Eminem has come out with his song Houdini, and I just want to say a lot of people have had a lot of things to say about it, and there's been a lot of maybe not so positive comments in life, in the ether, outside, barbershop, people that like to discuss music, people that like to discuss hip-hop. So we discussed it. We discussed whether the fact that the song is number one, are those numbers inflated? Is there streaming farms involved? And we also discussed, which was a little bit out of order, just putting it out there for the people to discuss and have their feedback. Should Eminem Houdini, should he disappear? Is there still a place for him? Kind of like. And we was also discussing his legend. Why is he a legend? Because some people debate that. There's been a lot of comments on the TikTok, and people have really rebuked what you've said about the streaming farms and the numbers not being real. Illness. People are saying that he's, you know, one of the biggest selling artists of all time, like probably the biggest selling rap artist of all time. And
Possibly.
they're comparing his fan base to the Swifties, Taylor Swift, them crazy fans. I saw some of the Taylor Swift fans the other week at Box Park Wembley, and those fans are committed.
For those of you that are listening, I'm currently rubbing my forehead on some Woosah vibes. You just compared Eminem's fans to the Swifties. Now, I'm going to let you continue, and you can go into these comments and we can talk about it, but Eminem's fans are fully grown adults in their 30s and 40s. The Swifties, okay, I'm not even going to go any further with that. Carry on.
I think more the point
they're not the same age.
Not comparing the age though. I don't think like it's a comparison of the age. I think it's a comparison of the dedication. Like,
oh, you can be dedicated.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there are a lot of musicians, a lot of rappers out there that have dedicated fan bases, but that doesn't mean that these fan bases are going to dress up as them when they go to the shows. That doesn't mean they're going to do a lot of the other stuff. If you go...
Get to the fact. Let's get to it, bro. Don't worry about that. I think that's that.
These people in the TikTok, I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but I'm saying I don't think they're talking about the age range. They're just talking about the dedication of the Eminem fans, similar to the dedication of those Taylor Swift fans. And a lot of people did allude to the fact that he's white, so maybe that like very much goes in his favor as well.
We spoke about that in full.
And quite a few people alluded to the fact that they didn't allude, they actually stated that they liked the song. There was one person in particular that said, I'm 35, my son's 13, and we both enjoyed the song. We've been listening to it on loop this week. But yeah, a lot of people rebuked your statement of it being fake numbers and streaming farms illness. This is your chance right now to respond.
Okay, so my chance now to respond is: do we know that these people in the comments are real people? Do we know? Do you know any of them? Have you been to dinner with any of them, or do we know that this is click? This is more things we don't. Okay, so don't come at me with the click farm. Like, you cannot stop. Yeah, I just did exactly that. Now listen, I was scratching my head because SK sprung this on me seconds before we started recording. And since you've mentioned that you wanted to talk about these comments, I'm trying to remember the J. Cole track and the J. Cole interview where he spoke on what I spoke on, streaming farms and inflated numbers. And I don't think it's once.
A lot with 21 Savage. Savage.
Okay. Thank you very much. This guy's the encyclopedia. Get to know about SK.
No, I'm not.
So anyway...
Just remember that one.
Okay, the anorak then, whichever way you want to take it. Take the compliment, bro.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Take the compliment.
Yes.
All right, cool. So basically, what I'm saying is, this is not a DJ Illness take where DJ Illness is trying to reach for clout and go viral on some, I'm going to make something up and hope it sticks thing. This is me commenting on what's being spoken about quite, by reputable people within the industry. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, my man, you're 35 and your son's 15. You need to check on your parenting, bro.
13.
Your son's 13. You need to check on your parenting, bro, because I'm sorry, bro. There's a lot better music that you and your son could be enjoying. Now, this is not a character assassination. I'm just saying my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion. I'm just saying my opinion. I tell you now that I have an 18-year-old daughter. Well, she's 18 in 5 minutes, yeah? I have an 18-year-old daughter. We really enjoy listening to her. We really enjoy listening to Bryson Tiller. We enjoy listening to Janae Aiko. We enjoy listening to good music that makes us feel some type of way. If you are telling me that you and your son feel some type of way to Abracadabra, then I just can't relate, but I respect that is your thing. Please respect my thing. Keep going. What's the rest of the comments? I'm here, bro.
I mean, Jesus.
Man's.
I mean that the comments and people have a right to their opinion. Opinions are subjective. And I think maybe it's a little bit out of order, Mr. Illness, for you to allude that the 35-year-old person listening to Eminem's Houdini song with his 13-year-old son is like maybe doing a disservice to his child, because
it's not doing a disservice. It's just me, in my opinion. I don't agree. Now, something that I saw.
I want to paraphrase you. Can I paraphrase you?
You can come back. You can come back on that in a minute. I just want to say something, right? Something that I found really interesting, and I thought to myself, this is how I know that we're kind of in tune with something with what we're talking about. Somebody, I think it's All Hip Hop or Hip Hop DX, 2 platforms that I follow, both worthwhile checking out. Right? No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one posted it. There are 2 different platforms. So what I'm saying is this: they posted a clip of millennials, Gen Z or Gen X, I don't know, whichever one it is, listening to Eminem. And the track that they were playing was called I'll Kill You. And the reaction that they had, they couldn't believe what this Eminem guy is, right? And now, Eminem, I'll Kill You. I was trying to give you the PC version of a bar in the previous episode from I'll Kill You. But that record, right? He asked his mum to bend over and take it like a... Now, just for the rest of this episode, I'm not being filtered. Yeah, the edit button is gonna happen in post. I'm saying what it is. Can't be asked, because we're gonna talk about Eminem. There's just too much that's gonna go missing. And it was mad. And I did say last week that the Marshall Mathers LP was my Eminem album. It was my top Eminem album. You obviously said the Slim Shady EP, but prior to it was your choice, but that was mine. But what I'm trying to say to you is, even in watching them react to it and the way that record made me feel, it reminded me of who Eminem actually is at the peak of his powers. We don't need to agree, me and the people in the comments, and thank everybody for commenting. I welcome all of you to come for every opinion that you hear on this podcast. Let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. Yeah, like maybe I shouldn't have said better parenting choices, but still, I just don't agree that that's the song that I want to be listening to with my child. There are better. I said that I believe the K-Trap album, there is a lot better songs on there than this Eminem album. I wasn't comparing the two artists at all. So if you want to compare the two artists, please do that in the comments. That's for you. I weren't doing that. I'm just saying that this is better right here, right now. Why am I listening to that being the Eminem when I've already got this? There's no way to, I meant nothing other than just exactly that. And
let me paraphrase you, Illness, because I feel like
you're going to paraphrase my words.
I'm going to paraphrase your words, and I feel like a lot of people...
But I'm here, I can talk for myself.
No, I'm going to paraphrase what you said in the last podcast and what people responded to. You said...
This Eminem thing is nonsense, bro. Those numbers are inflated. I am not having it, bro. How can a song that sounds so bad be number one in this country while I'm listening to bad boy projects like Smile from K-Trap? Are you dumb?
And loads of people really took a gripe with that comment, and obviously they didn't really appreciate the K-Trap comparisons, which you already addressed. And then I see comments like this where people have lost their mind. K-Trap, Jesus Christ, who's going to listen to that garbage at this age? No one wants to listen to the dog shit English rap. It's horrifically bad. We probably have 3 or 4 decent artists that are pushed. There are 2 comments right there.
Okay. I don't feel the need to respond to either of those comments. I just will once again double down on something that I've been saying on this podcast, and I don't want to have to say it again after this. The internet will be the internet. Like, it will be. And we're all like, this is the beautiful thing about music. It's art. It's subjective. We're all allowed to feel some type of way. But like, let me ask you this question. Have you ever listened to a track, listened to a project, listened to something and been like, that's mid, and then heard it in a completely different setting and it's made you feel a different type of way where you're thinking to yourself, you know what? Maybe I was too hasty. Maybe I should or could revisit that at a convenient time. Has that ever happened to you? Because as a DJ, you've had to listen to a lot of music in your time. Yeah,
of course. We have to listen to a lot of music. I can think of a song right now in particular. I interviewed Future in 2014-15, and the warm-up DJ, when we was at the show, we done an interview backstage, and then whilst we were waiting for him to perform, they dropped Ray Shrimmered, My Type. Before that, I didn't really rate the song that much. No Type. Ray Shrimmered, No Type. They dropped that. The warm-up DJ dropped that. And I heard it in a different light that night. Then I said, okay, then. That's when I can remember off the top. You know what I'm saying? So that just happens, man. I don't know if we are going to listen to Eminem's Houdini in a different light, whether it be in the club or whilst we're in the line waiting up to go to the cinema, or whilst we're in the bathroom going in a public toilet. I don't know if it's going to make us feel different. That's what I'm saying. Bro,
it's never going to happen. I can just stop you there. I am never going to feel differently about...
Eminem Houdini.
I'm never going to feel differently. And it's okay. It's really okay, because in all of the millions and billions of people on this planet, I'm one person, and I will continue to rock clubs up and down the country, across Europe, with out that record and it will just be okay.
Well, my closing statement on this, man, I just want to say, man, Eminem Houdini, it's here. It's doing big numbers around the world. We can debate about whether it's streaming farms, the numbers are real or fake. People are just saying that he's, one of the biggest streaming artists. He should be doing numbers like this. Why are we even debating about his fan base? I just think this song is not in Eminem's top 20 songs of his discography, and I don't think it's in the top 20. Bro. I don't think it's in the top 20 rap songs of the year.
It's trash.
It's as simple as that for me. Do you know what I mean? Some of the comments I maybe like want to put up on the screen and just have a quick mention. Like somebody said, the comparisons that we're making, which I don't feel we's kind of making a comparison between Eminem and K-Trap.
We cleared that up.
They're saying that we should get cancelled for that. Might have something to do with the fact that...
we should cancel the podcast.
Yeah, we should cancel the podcast. Someone else said might have something to do with the fact that he's the most mainstream rapper in history. Somebody else said all the rubbish songs that have been number one over the past 10 years and we get mad at Eminem. Somebody else said people hate on him because he's the best, always happens. Whoever's the GOAT always gets the most hate. Somebody else said, man said K-Trap like he's some reach. It's like he's got the same reach as M. Somebody else said, imagine even inferring K-Trap even come close to Eminem. People are just getting it twisted. There's some of the comments.
Okay.
You had your say. Okay. We addressed it.
So in concluding and moving on from this, I think if you watched more than just the clip, you will understand the respect that both of us have for Eminem. Both of us have a lot of respect for him. You kind of character assassinated his drug abuse. I didn't. But set speed, the respect is there. But there was a comment that you just read just now. If you can go back to it, sorry. Eminem is the most what of all time? What was that? What did that comment say?
The GOAT of all time.
Okay, so let's talk about GOATs, shall we? Let's GOATs. Eminem, listen, man. I have so many memories of so many times listening to your music, bro. I just don't want no more memories of that Houdini song. And that's me on that. But let's talk about
someone also, I know you want to pivot. Someone also, I just want to get your slight comment on this illness. Someone also said, ask a white person their favorite rapper. 90% will say Eminem. That's why he's number one.
Okay, I don't qualify as a white, so I can't respond to that. But what I will say is that the age of that person will be crucial to their answer. The age of that, because Eminem has not, as we discussed previously, released quality music. Like, and when I say quality, I mean in terms of at the time of it being released and against all of the other options in a minute. So the age of that person may the thing. But I want to have the GOAT conversation. The reason why I have the GOAT
when we talk about GOAT, we ain't talk about no animal, the little piece of little animal that's roaming around grazing with the grass and that.
G.O.A.T.
Greatest of all time.
Just in case you don't know. The conversation is ONSITE. My name is DJ Illness. I'm here with Mr. SK Vibemaker. We do this stuff. Now, at the top of the year, bro, right, at the top of the year, we had the Complex top 50 rappers in the UK. Right,
Complex UK.
Right, they done a list, the top 50 rappers of UK. And a lot of rappers had things to say about it. We've had things to say about it. It was very unjust. But Complex UK is, at its very core, a lifestyle, Complex, they cover music, sneakers, it's
music
like
and entertainment brand. And lifestyle.
Right? So that kind of made sense to me. That kind of made sense to me because, Complex UK will be somewhere where you'll find out about new music. You'll be able to go there and hear from, various different artists in different capacities, etc., etc., etc. It's like, cool, okay, they've done it. The list was very controversial, but, it's from Complex. So it's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? They actually brought in a bunch of influential people within the music industry, let's say, with various amounts of history in the UK music sphere, etc., etc., etc. But at the time of recording, I think we're 24 to 48 hours away from Forbes releasing the greatest rappers of all time list. And before we actually get to the list, which I don't want to spend too much time on if we can, right? I was just like, who the hell goes to Forbes for takes on music?
Because Forbes is a business magazine, and Forbes usually do the 30 under 30. They usually do the rich list. People respect Forbes for doing that kind of stuff. Business and looking at the list of what, like, the most wealthiest people in the world of a people of a specific demographic and liking to read the details of that. Do we go to Forbes for the 50 greatest rappers of all time? Do you, Illness? Does anybody?
Brother, I just asked you that question because this is like you go into, I don't know, a bakery and buying a computer. Like, what is going on here? Like, I don't actually understand what's going on. But okay, we do understand.
It's like going to Greg's and asking for jollof rice.
Bro, you might speak that shit into existence. Yeah, so slow down, right? Slow down, right? So what I'm saying is this, yeah. What I do understand and where it's not the computer in a bakery, yeah, it's food for food, right? Is that obviously music is one of the biggest and most lucrative businesses on the planet. You know, may not make the most money, I'm not saying that, but in terms of like being understood across multiple territories in its entirety, entertainment, not even music, entertainment is a huge business. So I understand why, you know, we could have like a entertainment list, but it was just, I wanted to know who gave Forbes the qualification. If Forbes said, you know, we're going to go and bring in Elliot Wilson from Rap Radar and we're going to publish his top 50 list, I get it. But I don't know. So at the time, I mean, listen, by the time this comes out, I might have more information. I might understand who put this list together. But Eminem, you say, people, what was that one again? What was it? The most what of all time, did we say?
The GOAT of all time. That's what one of the people said in the comments, man, in regards to like our last episode on Eminem.
So I'm turning to my right and I'm going down the list. At number 1 is Jay-Z. That ain't him. At number 2 is Kendrick Lamar. Now that is really interesting. We're going to get to that. Lil Wayne at number 3. I have to be honest and say that in my humble opinion, the explosion of rappers after, say, 2006-7, coming from the southern parts of America until this day, some of them don't even know they're Lil Wayne's children. That man, I think, no, he is the most influential rapper in hip hop in the past 20 years, bar none. More influential than Jay-Z, more influential than Kendrick Lamar. I said that with my chest.
Would you say he's more influential than Kanye?
Yeah. Because Kanye will tell you that every sound of music came from him. But let's look at 21 Savage. You putting him under Kanye or you putting him under Wayne? Let's look at Future. Let's look at let's look at Young Thug.
Let's look at Travis Scott
from that Southern fear.
Nicki Minaj, Drake.
But Travis Scott is Kanye's child, like musical child.
Yeah, but if you listen to him, you'd say he's more influenced by Weezy.
Drake and Nicki are from Nicki's from New York, Drake's from Canada. I'm talking about that southern belt from I suppose New York's on the East Coast, but from the Carolinas all the way round to Texas, where what do you call it's from? Where Travis is from? That whole southern belt. Houston. What's the state? Isn't it Dallas? Isn't it Dallas? Oh no, Dallas is Austin. Austin, I'm talking about. Okay, whatever. Whichever one it is, I don't know. My geography is a little bit mad. The point is the point. Lil Wayne is the most influential rapper for me, like, and my eyes and everything that I see in the past 20 years. More than Jay-Z, more than Kendrick Lamar, as far as I'm concerned.
So do you have a gripe with Weezy being number 3 on this Forbes list then?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not.
So let's keep it moving. Continue.
I'm talking about influence. Right. So then under that, we have J. Cole.
Number 4, J.
Cole being at number 4 ahead of Tupac for me is crazy. But, okay, here we go. Then we have Drake. Then we have Kanye.
Then we 7.
Have Nicki Minaj. Then we have Nas, and that is the top 9, and they've placed Eminem at number 10.
And I just want to say other notable entries as well. They got 50 Cent at 24. They got Juice WRLD at 27. They got MIA at 45. I'm losing my mind here. I'm losing my mind that MIA is on this list. I'm losing my mind that Juice WRLD's in the top 50.
Listen, Juice WRLD is in front of Young Thug, which is crazy. He's in front of Talib Kweli. Okay. Listen, we're going to be here a long time. He's in front of Pusha T. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. He's in front of Melly Mel.
Let me say something before you get to the Melly Mel. Like, anyone who knows rap, this is what happens. Yeah, it's like when it comes to these lists, we're never gonna totally agree. It's always going to be subjective. There's going to be some names that are staples on this list. You know that this list can't be made without a Jay-Z, a Tupac, a Nas, Notorious B.I.G. You know those artists are going to be, you know Eminem's going to be on there. Do you know what I'm saying? You know now that some more of the more contemporary artists like Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, they're going to be on there. But when you talk about rappers, I know that a lot of respected people within this rap culture and rappers themselves respect Black Thought from the Roots. And him not being on that list, I think is a big omission. Me personally, I'm wondering where Big Pun is. These are two artists that maybe are not the obvious choices like the artists I've mentioned before. But Big Pun being on that list is a big debate for not being on that list is a big debate for me. And Black Thought of the Roots not being on there as a rapper. We're talking about rappers. We're not talking about sales and all that stuff. We're not talking about styling and all that stuff. We are talking about rappers. That's what I take from this list. And I want to say that the person, I don't want to really put you on blast, but the person who is said to be the contributor to this list for Forbes 50 best rappers is a person called Andrea Bossy. I don't know who you are, but you are the person who is noted as
credited with compiling this list.
Yes.
Okay, so let's not comment and let's let Andrea be Andrea. We're gonna research who you are because we need to know state your credentials, gangster. Where is DMX on this list, by the way? Where is DMX?
DMX is there. I saw him top 30.
Okay, 23, and Notorious B.I.G. is 13. It's all interesting. Now, Melly Mel is on this list, and I found that really interesting because this week I was DJing and I got a tap on my shoulder, and it was Melly Mel. And Grandmaster Flash. And Grandmaster Flash put me in a crazy situation, bro. And I have to ask you, what would you do in this situation? Yeah? Grandmaster Flash taps me on the shoulder. He says to me, yo, bro, I need you to run that Mason Diddy joint. Can't nobody hold us down. I said to him, bro, I said, what are you asking me to do? Because I ain't really rocking with Diddy like that right now. What would you do, bro?
I say, bro, I'm not playing it. I'm sorry, I'm not playing it. But hear what? I'll do something better. I'll play White Lines and I'll play The Message. How about that, man?
I've already played both of these at this point. Yeah. I've played The Message. I've played Ice Cube's remix of The Message. Bro, I put on a show. I've tried to make these guys feel good.
Yeah.
But they want more. You get me? So
they want that Mason Diddy. Nah, that's not happening, bruv. I'm telling you, like,
bro, do you know what you hit me with?
We're not playing Diddy. Even with our money, even with I don't know if he slaps down, because somebody definitely tried to put a significant amount of money in my hand the last weekend for me to play a song. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But anyway, let's say about that.
Brother, do you know what you hit me with? He hit me with I ain't rocking with him either, but it's my song. Anyway, what happened next? We'll let you say in the comments. Did I play it or did I not play it? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Like I just think that clout is no longer a drug that's only killing our people. I think that, you know, for whatever reason, Forbes needed some clout, and they know that the source is in hip hop. Because if we're looking at what's happened in the let's just call it the past 6 months. Let's say this year, 2024, in hip hop. Okay. If you go back maybe a year, there would have been various rumblings and conversations of how inauthentic hip hop has become. You know, people talk. As I said, the internet will be the internet. People have had a lot to say, but I don't think. I think it's fair to say that in the past 6 months, it has been evident the power and the attention behind hip hop. Like what Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, Future, The Weeknd, I'm going to call his name ASAP Rocky, even though he kind of took a serious L in my eyes. But all of these artists have contributed towards in the past 6 months. It's just like the attention. It's just unprecedented. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for this Forbes magazine that we all understand as a goated financial publication organization, brand it what you want to brand it, to then jump onto this train, it shows you that there is something there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I want to give a little bit of context because I feel like it's fair that we're talking about this list and we're maybe saying, well, we're saying that we don't need a list from Forbes magazine who mainly deal with business. And if they're going to get into this realm, then at least bring on like a credible sort of journalist or editor or whatever that talks on it, whether it's your like...
But we don't know who Andrew is.
We said Elliot Wilson or like a freaking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,